In news from Jamaica, opposition spokesman on finance Dr. Peter Phillips held nothing back as he discredited the government's 2016-2017 estimates of expenditure. Dr. Phillips labeled the $580 billion budget put forward by the government as a sham, being unreliable and unsustainable. He presented those arguments as he made his contribution to the budget debate in Parliament on Tuesday. According to Dr. Phillips, the budget was drafted on the assumption that oil would remain at US $36 per barrel. But the opposition spokesman countered that oil is already at US $46 per barrel and is expected to climb further. As a result, he says the numbers in the budget are questionable and even obsolete.
Oil is already at $46 a barrel, and the projections are that it will head further up. So, the numbers are already obsolete. When the additional charges come onto the budget for the operations of the sugar factories and for other areas, this will further add to the deficit and further set back the crucial debt reduction strategies. The economic growth efforts will suffer. When this happens, we would once again be jeopardizing the economic reform program, reduce further the amounts that we should be providing to protect the most vulnerable elements of the society. We would lose the confidence of domestic and foreign investors, which have been built up over the past few years, and our sovereign credit ratings will again be at risk of downgrade.
And Dr. Phillips maintains that the financing program for the budget lacks credibility. The government anticipates an increase of 13.2% in general consumption tax GCT, or $18.3 billion for this fiscal year. But the opposition spokesman warns that will not materialize. Dr. Phillips says the projections will not come to fruition against an inflation rate of approximately 5%. He countered that the government's 1.8 growth rate target is uncertain.
It is not only the recurrent budget that is a sham. The financing program for the 2016-17 budget set out by the minister also lacks credibility. The projected increases in revenues, not including new measures, are overstated. The numbers are suspect, and this makes the budget presented unsustainable and unrealistic. The anticipated tax revenue of $445.5 billion is 8.2% or approximately $34 billion higher than the revenue outturn of $411 billion approximately in 2015-2016.
In pouring cold water on the budget, Dr. Phillips questioned if the numbers were politically contrived. He even cast doubts about whether the technocrats at the Ministry of Finance were responsible for coining the figures tabled in the budget.
You're projecting a 13.2% increase. Inflation is projected at 5%, growth 5.8%, growth at 1.8%, which means the rest is compliance. That we have not seen that level of compliance. Not your time, not our time. It is, I dare say, given what I know of the officials, I cannot believe that they would give their imprimatur to these estimates. I cannot believe that these estimates of revenue are the result of the work done by the officials, given the quality of work with which I am familiar and which they have demonstrated over the years. No, I am not attacking the officials. I want to be assured that these are not politically contrived numbers that have been imposed upon the estimates made by the officials.